Hello class, good morning. Today we are going to see the topic dictionary in the chapter 2. How we will create a dictionary, what are the uses are there, how we will access the dictionary. These all things today we will see. So we all know that a dictionary is also a mutable data type, but in the dictionary we are storing the value in the form of key and pairs. So whenever we are defining the key can be string also, key can be integer also, key can be float also, but value whenever we will define, value must be written with the key with the help of colon. And the value also you can define as a list, tuple, dictionary, no problem, but all the keys with their value are separated with a comma in a dictionary. So these are the normal things that always keep in your mind. So come practically we will see how we will define these all things. So this is our idle. Now look here. To define the dictionary, we have a symbol, this one, that is a reserved symbol for the dictionary. Clear? So to define the empty dictionary, we have to write here like that, variable name is equal to curly braces. It is an empty dictionary. To define the dictionary with some previous value, you have some precise value, we have to write here d is equal to value either in the form of a string, and then this is a key. First in the dictionary what we will define, we will define the key and then with their value can be integer also, and then one key will be separated by comma for the other key, like that vi. Then I have defined here float values, then again I will put comma, then again key, then again their value in the form of a string we can also define here. So these are the way that we can define the dictionary with some previous values. In the dictionary we have the all the value in the form of what, key and their value, where the key is the first element that is written, and then we will write the colon, and then we will define the values same as it is. Look here, all the values I have defined. So this one I will run on the idle and I will show you. Control C and run, and see here D, it will define the values. Okay, so now to define the dictionary with the help of input, we can also to define a dictionary in this with the help of assignment operator. And how we will do this with the help of assignment operator, first either you define the dictionary with the empty element, and then D in the bracket we have to define the key, and then is equal to we have to define the values. So for example, if I'm going to do here, so I will write here D is equal to this, and then in the key I am defining Vikas, and in the value I am defining as a Srivastava. So here what will be happen if I will press the enter key in the dictionary? There is one element which key is a Vikas and their value is a what? Srivastav. Look here. So same as it is with the help of input. How we will do? Input, we will write here A is equal to input. Please enter the key, and then I will write here D of A is equal to input. Please enter the what? Value. This one also we can do. Look here, I will do by using the another script. I have written here D is equal to empty, and then I have taken here key is equal to input, and I written here please enter the key, and then D of K is equal to, I have written here input, please enter the value, and then I am going to print D. So here I have written what? D. So look here, I run this program 12, and then F5. It asks the key I have given 1 2 3 4, and it asks the value I have given here Vikas Srivastav. Now look here, understand? So dictionary we can define with the help of input also. Input we have to take like that. I will take the input of the key, and then with the help of dictionary in the bracket I will write the key, and then I will take the values. Otherwise you can do like that here, key is equal to input, please enter the key, and then value is equal to input, please enter the value, and then D is of K is equal to V you can write, and then write here print D. The both method you can adopt whatever you want to use in your program. Vikas value is this. Look here. So this is a way by that you can create the dictionary. Now we are going to see how we will access the dictionary. So to access the dictionary, one more thing, dictionary is a unsorted collection of keys and their value. That means whatever the key and value you are storing, it is not have a proper order. It will store in a proper order. First this key, then value. It can be the any order. Okay, so look here, I am defining one dictionary here. 1, the value is 1 2 3 comma 2, value is this comma 3, value is this one comma 4, value is this one, and then I am going to write here print D, dictionary defined. Now here we are going to write, if we want to access one item for I in a D, and then print I, it access only the keys. Clear? So if we want to display all the keys separately in one line, so we have to write D of I, then the value it will display. Clear? So these are the way by which we can access only the values. If we want to display value and their key also, so we have to write here I comma this. So look here, value also we are getting separately, and key also we are getting separately. So by this is a way by which we are traversing the dictionary. If we want to access only the keys, so we will write here for I in a D, it will give only the keys. If you want to access their value, so we have to write D of I. Yeah, One more thing I have to tell you, to access the particular key with their value, we have to write D and key name. Clear? What it will do, it will return the particular key values. Okay, so that example I have taken here, I comma D of I. So I, from the for loop, it will give the key name, and D of I, it will return their values. Understand? So this is a way by which we are accessing. If we want to access only their values in the form of tuple or like that, so we can use here yeah. For example, we have a D is equal to A, this one, comma B, this one, comma C, comma D, and we are going to access here B is equal to M is equal to D dot items, and print M. It will return all the value in the form of tuples. Look here. Clear? So here, if we are going to write for I in M and print I, so it returns like that. Look. Here it is with the help of list, it is storing all the key values and their pair in the form of tuples. That means the key and their value it will store in the form of tuple inside the list. So look here, this is a tuples form, and all the tuples value are in the form of list because big bracket is here. So whenever we are accessing one items, we will get this like that. Now, so dictionary we have seen with the help of input how we will create, with the direct value how we will access, these all things. Now we are going to see the functions of the dictionary. What functions we have. Before going to see the functions, I will see how to update the dictionary key, updating the key. One more thing you have to keep in your mind during the updations. For example, I have one previous key like that. Let me to delete this. Look here, I have a D is equal to one key V, their value is this one. Then I have a one key I, that value is 234. Only these two things. So print D. Look here what the output will give. It gives like that. Let me to close this idle again. Look here. If I am writing here D of V is equal to 45. So what will be happen in this key? It is working to like updating. If the keys are existing, so what will be happen? The new value of that key will be changes. Look here. Yeah, I have to write again print D. Look, earlier when I created a dictionary with the help of 121, 234 here, now after the changing, what happened? The key values are changed. In that case, if I am writing here VI, So what happened here? Ki vi is not existing as a key in a dictionary, so this one will be added as a new element in the dictionary. Look here. Look, earlier we have a two element v and I. Now we have a three keys v, I and vi. Clear? So during the updation, my dear students, you have to first assume that the key is existing or not. If it is existing, then update. If it is not existing, then don't do. Otherwise, it will add in your dictionary. Now you are thinking, how we will I check? So we have a in operator. I told them members in operator. I will write here if v in a d. If condition true, then d of v is equal to 45. And then look here, then do here print d. In that case, v is existing, so value is changed. Now I am writing here if vi. Look here, no changes are there because vi is not existing. So my dear student, in the programming, in the way, if you are going to update any key values, so first you have to check by using the membersing operator in it is existing in the dictionary or not. If it exists, then change the value, otherwise give the message sorry, value is not, your key is not present inside the dictionary. Clear? Okay. So by using the idle, look here, d is equal to, again I am storing v with their values 1 2 3 comma I with their value 4 5 6, and I am writing d delete d. Wait here. So we are going to learn how to delete the keys from dictionary. So for the deleting, we have a del functions. Which functions we have? A del. How we will write the syntax? Del d of key value, key name. If the key is existing, it will be deleted from the dictionary. So how we will do? Look here. If I am writing d of vi, and here, wait, first I will display, then I displayed here print d, it will display, and then I written here del, and then I wrote here vi, and then again print. I hope it will generate one error because the key is not existing. Yes, key error because this key is not available inside the dictionary. Clear? So what I have to write here? Vi. Yeah, look here. First it was two keys in a dictionary, v and I. Now I deleted the v, so only one is left. So for my dear students, if you are going to perform the deletion of the key inside the dictionary, and that one is based on what? Input. Look here how. A is equal to, key is equal to input, and I take the input. Please enter the key to delete from dictionary. Clear? And I have written here del d of key and print d. So look here, I have written here vi. So what is generated? Error. Same program I am running with this one, and I have given here v. Look here, What happened here? Actually, when I given the first time the key value, I given v, so it deleted because it was present here. And when in the first time running, when I given the key vi, it generate the error. Why? Because this vi is not existing in the dictionary. So my dear students, how we will do the deletion? First you will check it by using if key in a d. If it is existing, then you may perform the delete d of key. Now else you should give one notifications to the user, print sorry, the given key is not exist. And here you may give the message print key is deleted successfully. Now you should run it here and give here vi, it given message sorry, the given key is not exist. Now again run and give here v, it is given here key is deleted successfully. So my dear students, if you are going to delete by using the input, you first check if the given key is exist, otherwise your program will show the error and error will cause to terminate your programs. Now for the deletions we have two ways. For the deletions we have two ways. What are these two ways? I will show you here. Deletion of key in a dictionary by using two methods. First by using the del key and second one by using the pop functions. So by using the del, what are the syntax? Syntax is we will write here del, then dictionary name, and then the key name that we have to delete. By using the pop, what we will do? Pop by using d, and that one is a key. Pop is the functions that are mostly used from the stack. Stack means I will teach you the next, not next, after the few chapters, stack and queue. So there we are using the pop. What is the use of pop? Pop means to take it out this element. It's not deleting, but it is removing. And not removing means like that ki I have a five coins, 1 rupees coin, 2 rupees coin, 3 rupees coin, 4 rupees coin, and 5 rupees, like that. And out of that I have given you 2 rupees coin. So what I have done, from our list I have taken it out. Clear? Take it out and I have given you. So from the list, what coins I have? 1 rupees, 3 rupees, 4 rupees, and 5 rupees. 3 rupees coin is not available, but I am giving example. So that is a method of using pop. What the pop function is doing, it taking it out from your dictionary and it is giving you. So when it taken and given, so that key are being removed. Clear? So in that way the pop function is working. If you want to implement the concept of a stack by using dictionary, so you can easily look here, easily implement. So I am creating here d v is equal to 1 2 3 comma, again I is equal to 4 5, and I have closed here, and then I do here d dot pop, and I told d of v. and then print D. Before that also I will display print D. Acha. We have to give here only the name of the key that is existing. So I told like that, sorry, syntax error it was. Now look here. In the pop functions, we have to give only the name of the key that we have to delete, and in the delete functions, how we are giving with the help of dictionary. With the help of dictionary, how we are deleting here? Look, we are writing here del D of V. Clear? So with the delete functions, we have to write the dictionary name also, and then in the bracket we have to write the key name that we need to delete. Clear? And here I am deleting the I. So look here, the dictionary was empty because earlier with the help of del I have deleted the V, and then I have deleted the pop. So come, we will see more about the pop differences I shown, how to delete by using the del, by using the pop. And I am writing here d dot pop. I wrote here vi. Let's see what will be happen. I think again error will give. Yes, key error because this key is not existing. So thank you class, today only that much. Next class we will see some program based on the dictionary, and we will see very soon chapter number 3, functions, how we will define the functions, because it is very important in the board exam. Most of the questions they are asking throughout the functions, and I have given some questions. You didn't send me the output, please send it fast and attend this class regularly. Thank you.